What's up, guys? Mike here. I've been getting a lot of requests from you guys asking me to do an update video on the Nikola stock, ticker symbol NKLA. Now, a lot of you guys are asking me whether it's a good time to buy now. It's in the $30 range, whether you should pull the trigger, whether you should jump in, get some of that Nikola stock. Even though Nikola just did earnings and they did a 23% negative in their earnings and did not beat earnings at all. You guys are very interested and want to know if you guys should jump into Nikola. So today, I'm making your wish come true. I'm going to do that video just for you guys. I'm not going to get too detailed about that because I do have a video already on Nikola stock about the company's financials, where the company's going, what they're doing. Another link will pop up right over here somewhere, and it'll give you all the backgrounds, all the information you need about Nikola if you do not know about it already. So be sure to click that. So today, I'm going to tell you guys whether it is a good buy, how it's working, how it's going on, all the small details that I did not uncover before in the previous video. And I'm going to tell you guys my honest opinion. Also, I want you guys to always make the best decision for yourself, okay? Just because somebody tells you one thing, it doesn't mean you should rely 100% on their information, because you do not know what their target is, what their goal is, what their path is in the market. Always make sure you do your own due diligence and make sure you do your own decision. Don't rely on someone else. Get the information that you want, get the research, and then finally come to a decision for yourself. So with that said, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe, because I'm going to be making a ton of videos on a lot of stuff coming up. And with that said, let's begin. All right, so let's get right down to it. All right, as you can see right now, the Nikola NKLA stock is in a very much downtrend. Yes, there was an uptrend on this day, and that is because it was right before earnings, and a lot of people thought Nikola might actually do well in earnings. All right, but then guess what happens? It reaches the top and boom, it just crashes completely from about $38, $39 all the way down to $35. Now that's a huge crash, and I would like to tell you guys, when you see a candlestick like this without the candle around it, this is called a shooting star. All right, this is a very bearish signal. All right, this is very dangerous to see, and when you see something like this, it is a huge signal of a sell signal in technical analysis. So if I was you, when I see a stock pointing downwards, that's usually a very bearish star. This is called a shooting star. There's also one that goes upwards. That's usually a bullish sign. But right here, as you can see, this is a bearish signal. Bam, bam, down, down. Today, I guess a lot of people thought it might go down, and they bought some. But as you can see from close, it closed at 36.30, not even near anywhere the highs, all right? $2 below the highs pretty much. And yesterday, the close was at 35. It only went up $1. I can promise you this is a very bearish signal. The next few days, keep your eyes on it, because it could go down. And also, it is under the 20-day moving average, all right? You do not want a stock under the 20-day moving average, because that only tells you it's going down. Also, it's even under the 200-day moving average, which usually that's a second signal I like to personally use. And if it's already under the 20-day moving average, I 100% do not want to buy something like this. I definitely want to stay away from something like this. This is super dangerous and super bearish, and I do not want you guys to lose a dime on this, all right? If you have money already in this, wait for it to reach the bottom and average it down as much as you can, like the bottom right here. When it pops, sell and get out. Even if you break even, get out. It's worth it, because I promise you, a bearish signal like this does not look good. Also, look at the RSI. It's around 44. It's a little too high for me. I really love to buy stocks into the extreme, and that's usually around 30 to 35 RSI. Sometimes I'll go for 40 RSI, but I want to buy stocks into the extreme. As you can see, it hit extreme. It hit it very closely. Pop, pop right here. There was a pop, pop in each signal, and that was very bearish. as well, but it hit very extremes. It hit low extreme RSI, and that's usually a good signal for me. That's where I usually like to buy. And as we can see from the MACD, it started to converge, move upwards. For me, I would think it's a moving uptrend, but from what I've seen from just that shooting star right here, this is not going to last long. It's going to flip right away. As you can see right here, it was going upwards, but flipped right away. And over here, there was a few flips, but that was because it just recently merged. Of course, it's gonna pop. But this is usually pretty bearish to me. Right now, it's already crossing over. It's telling people to buy, but I would not buy. It's already a buy signal, but I'm telling you, do not buy. Do not rely on the MACD. It's not very good right now, especially when you see a shooting star like this. It is very dangerous. All right, anyways, let's move on. All right, just looking at Robintrack, it is crazy how many people are still buying this company, NKLA. It is the 41 most bought company on Robinhood right now, and a lot of people are still holding this company, and there are a lot of people who are hopeful. So I don't know what this could mean. This could be like a lot of people are just satisfied with where it's going, where the numbers are at, and they want to hold it for long term. And if you're one of these people, that's fine. You can do that. You can hold for a while, but I'm just going to be telling you, be prepared for this stock to go down. I hope you have the stomach for it, because it will go down, and I could see it going below $30 very soon. Because why do I say so? Because Nikola does not have any money. They're not making any earnings. They're not bringing any revenue. They do not have any trucks to sell. They just recently bought land, and they just started building their structure, their building for making the trucks. And right now, it's going to take at least maybe a year or two before Nikola even starts to make any revenue, any net gross, before they could take anything home. It's going to take about at least a year or two. So if you want to see any positivity, it won't happen for at least a year or two. Long term, maybe this could be very good, because it's one of the only companies who is producing hydrogen trucks, and no one else is in that market. And the technology is, I've been told it's not there, but it looks like Trevor Milton has the technology. He does have some trucks he's put on display. I don't know. It looked very good to me. I actually thought maybe this guy really has products to sell. I don't know. Until we see some real sales, real numbers on filed with the SEC, I cannot trust this company on putting my money onto this stock until I see some results. And I highly encourage you to be careful while you are holding this stock. I honestly loved this company where it first came out. When I first heard about it, I jumped in as well. I bought it around $26, and I sold it around $40-something. I don't remember the exact price, but I did sell it in the $40 ranges, and I was very happy for doubling up my money almost, which was great. But I didn't see a huge future on this. It was just a speculation play for me. But if you guys are holding for long term, good luck. Let me break it down a little bit further more for you, what you guys should know before you make that final commitment. All right, so Nikola does not expect to see any revenue until 2021, about 600 million, and that is only with their battery trucks, not even their hydrogen trucks, because first, not only do they have to make hydrogen trucks, they also have to have a hydrogen station for people to go fill up their trucks with hydrogen. All right, so they won't see any revenue for their hydrogen products until 2023. That's 3 years down the line. You guys have to wait for this company to start making any real revenue. All right, maybe they'll make some revenue in 2021. It's not the way the disease is going right now. It's very unlikely even by 2021 they'll make any revenue. But this is just trucks being sold, and this is their battery vehicles being sold. Here's something else that I see that is extremely crazy. All right, they said in 2021 they're going to make $150 million in revenue, and by 2024 they're going to make $3.2 billion. Are you serious? How is that possible? Where are they even getting their numbers. Let me tell you how tricky Nikola is projecting their numbers, okay? Right now, pretty much anybody could reserve a truck. And just for you reserving one, they're saying their revenue is $300,000 just for you buying a truck. And then they also add on top a $700,000 revenue that you will be buying hydrogen fuel from them. So they're projecting $1 million for each truck before you even buy it. They're projecting $1 million that you will spend. $300,000. Okay, fine. If they said $300,000 on the truck, fine. But the $700,000 for 1 year projecting, you're gonna tell me you're making $1 million per truck? That's absolutely ridiculous. All right, they're just projecting numbers that are insane and unreal. So the only good news that I could tell you is that Nikola just broke ground and they started producing their manufacture on July 23rd, 2020, building their manufacturer to make these trucks. But it's going to take about at least a year before this manufacturer, this Gigafactory like Tesla has, that's going to be completed, all right? Tesla is building Gigafactories at an enormous speed right now. They already started one in Germany, and probably very, very soon they will have one in Texas as well. But Nikola working at the speeds of Tesla is going to be absolutely crazy. It's not possible. It's just so highly unlikely. I don't want you guys to feel trapped like it's such a big deal going on. I don't want you to guys make a huge mistake and going into a stock that you are not prepared for what to see until a very long, prosperous future has to come. What's really crazy is that Trevor Milton stepped down as CEO of his own company when it merged with VTIQ, and now Mark Russell is the CEO. He's the CFO now. He's not even the CEO of his own company that he started from scratch, which really gives me a lot of red flags. I actually contacted him about this on Instagram. I'll show you the picture about it. And I asked him, why did you step down as CEO? It doesn't make sense to me why somebody would do something. And he told me, he's like, oh, I didn't want to deal with all the paperwork and all the work that goes on with managing a company. I just wanted to do all the fun stuff. Like, are you kidding me? This is your own company. Of course you should be doing all the paperwork. Of course you should be running this company from the beginning to the end. There's no reason, there's no valid reason you should say that you do not like hard work. It takes a hard work to build a company from scratch up. You can't just be lazy and let someone else do all the small stuff while you just do all the fun stuff. How are you going to run a company like that? You have to be the CEO. You have to take charge of your company. All right, so don't get me wrong. Trevor Milton is very good at pumping up his stock, pumping up Nikola's stock. All right, this guy has been pumping this stock to the max, and it has jumped severely high because he's so good at pumping and manipulating the stock. Like, he's very good at it. I wish he was actually the CEO, because he would have done a very good job if he actually put his time and effort in it. But I feel like there's a huge scam going on, a scandal, as to why he wouldn't even be the CEO of his own company. That just gives me bad signals. And I really hope there's nothing fishy going on, because he sounds like a very honest guy. You know, I listen to his Instagram all the time. He does a lot of positive vibes. I get a very good vibe from him. I actually like the guy very much, but there's just so many red flags with this company that I feel that I have a lot of fear about it. Another crazy thing that I found out is that Trevor Milton goes and buys this $32.5 million 2,000-acre ranch in Utah house for himself. And guess how he did that? He sold his shares to go buy this. So you know how many red flags I am seeing? Stepping down as CEO, selling your shares to buy a house. spending $32 million on a house. There's so many red flags here. You guys have to really be careful what you're doing and what you're investing your money in. Here's another red flag where Trevor Milton, he got the PPP loan, which is for really smaller businesses, and his already is an empire. He wants to pay his 300 employees money that he got. He got around $3 million or $4 million from the PPP loan. Look at that. He had to return his $4.1 million federal PPP loan that he got back. That's another red flag to me. So many red flags with this company. I told you guys earlier that Nikola is saying they have already $10 billion in potential revenue, and I told you how they did that. Every truck that somebody reserves, they consider that as $1 million in revenue. Why? $300,000 for the truck, and then they say you're gonna spend $700,000 on the hydrogen fuel. What's really crazy is that there's $23 million of warrants that were just exercised, 23 million shares for common stock at 11.5, and people sold their shares. And there's another $56 million shares, was just recently dumped into the stock. And guess what happened? 32 million of that went to Trevor's house. All right, as I told you from the charts, it does not look good at all. It looks very, very bearish to me. I showed you the shooting star on the graph and what that means. And usually when you see a shooting star, that means run, all right? It means get out because a very bearish sign is coming. That means a lot of selling is going to be happening in the very near future. That's usually what the technical analysis means of a shooting star. And based on what I've seen on the charts and the graphs, I want to be very honest with you. I would not touch Nikola at around the $30 price range. I would completely stay away from them for a little bit longer and until I see some numbers. All right, they do not have any earnings. They're not making a single dime right now. They are spending a ton of money, a ton of investors' money, a ton of your money, because they are selling their shares on the market while you are purchasing those shares at a very overvalued price right now, where you could be getting it a lot cheaper. So I'm going to be honest with you. I would stay away from this stock for now, all right? If I was going to jump into this, it would probably be somewhere in the $20 ranges, maybe around $24 to $26 would be my target price if I was going to jump back into Nikola stock. Thanks again for watching my videos. As always, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so YouTube could alert you when my next video comes out. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I pretty much post there daily. I post stocks of the week that I've been trading, that I'm going to be telling other people to trade. I post a lot of stocks on Instagram, usually around beginning of the week. And as long as I see really potential stocks, I post them. Also, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what other stocks you guys are buying. Let me know if you guys already plan on buying Nikola or you already have shares. I'd like to know much more about you guys. So let me know in the comments below. Also, if you want 2 free stocks from the stock market, WeBull is giving 2 free stocks. One for just signing up to use their platform, and a second stock, if you make a deposit of $100 or more, they'll give you a second stock worth up to $1,400. Link in the description below. Also, Robinhood gives out a free stock. Link in the description below for that as well. Thanks again for watching my videos, and until next time, make money with Mike.